So it's press conference day, and they have got Dominic Iorfa, and of course they will have Danny Rohl. But let's start it. Hello and welcome to this video. You can like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So Dominic Iorfa have made his 156th appearance for Sheffield Wednesday now, and it's interesting they're starting to look at what's going on and how things are. And it's interesting that he said that there's a big belief in the team with 9 games to go. It's very tight now, and the teams are in this and are excited as well. There are a lot of teams who can get dragged into it and keep going. As long as we keep picking up points, we'll have a chance. We have 9 games, and if we can win, if we can't win, then we get a point. The points are important. The manager is very positive. They're a good thing from the league game, and all the things he wasn't happy about, he go through all of them. There's no reason why we can't go to Portman Road and get a result. That's the belief given. Ipswich way is next up for Wednesday. We know how hard that is going to be. They start the season off really well, and they come back. They had a bit of a weird January. They deserve to be up there, and we'll see what happens. You saw against Leeds, it wasn't too much in the first, but you just got a sucker punch, which is right. And he goes on to say that we're looking forward to get out of it again. It's interesting that talking about his contract, it's not something they sat down and talked about yet. That no one's sitting down. There've been lots going off last month. The window have been open. I've been injured, so it's not really something we've been sat down and talked about. His main focus at the moment is getting back and helping the players, and he's been really good. He's settled in Sheffield. He said he's happy here. To be honest, it's not something that big back in my mind. I come back from injury, and my focus is getting to help will stay up, and my focus in this case of a new character, but right now for the here and now, and we'll sort that in the future. And I like that. I like that he wanted to get things sorted out in the future, but it's all about staying where he is right now and just getting his head screwed on and making sure we can stay up and get the points we need. So having that in the mindset with Dominic Iorfa is fantastic. We'll have Danny Rohl press conference later, and we'll see what's occurring there, but so far so good. I like that from Dominic Iorfa. Good to have him back, so we will see whereabouts he is and how he gets on in everything come the distant future, but we'll see. I like that a lot. So we'll see where we are with him. But next up, it will be Danny Rohl. So like we said, we had Iorfa's part of the press conference, and now we're going to talk about Danny. He spoke about how he wanted to talk about the Leeds performance before he went into anything about Ipswich this weekend, and just basically saying that he needed to be braver in key moments, needed to maybe push up the ball or not pass the ball as much, and then run a little bit more, and then in defense not get out of position and trying to be able to just hold it up a bit. They spoke about him not being a coach that really liked to sit back. He liked to go on the attack where possible and be attacking. He doesn't set up to be a game where they sit back and so-called the pressure. I don't think we've seen that at all from him since he's been here. And he said how we will need to be at our best, but there was stuff from the league game he could take from and say chances. And the thing is, as long as we're getting chances, they will eventually drop in a sense. And we really need to start taking them. We've had that a couple of times. Spoke about the onside-offside goals that we've had recently. Sometimes you do need a little bit of luck, but he said we'll be ready for the game. Now, I did a video on it. There's been a lot of talk about set pieces, and he said we do need to improve on it. He talks about taking the chances, and he said how it was the one where he really wants to get that sort of, because he knows it's lower, but it was the thing. It's not just set pieces as in corners and free kicks. It's throw-ins as well. He's talking about getting it all in the right direction and just trying to go forward and trying to build on that as much as it does. He talks about the international players, and he said it's great to see Pervader and Ugbo and others, and like with Bailey picking between what country he wants to play with. It shows how much better they are and how much better they're doing. He spoke about how Deshaun's properly improved since they got here. He said he's very proud. It's very proud of the club to get them the call up, but also the manager that Cat 22, because you don't want to see what happens. And Joe Cran went on to say and asked about a set piece coach. He said he got a lot of people in the coaching department who are helping with that stuff, and he has seen it in other places where they have a set piece coach, and it is really helpful. And spoke about how if he's gonna have one next season, he can speak about all that for next season, concentrate on this season, go from there. We could have the same team we've had in the last couple of games with Pervader. He spoke about how we got some of the injured player back soon. There was talk that Callum Patterson is a lot earlier than first thought. He thought he wasn't going to be back till the end of April. It looked like he could be back March to the beginning of April, which will be fantastic. Pedersen's looking better, and also Josh Windass could be back after the international break as well, so we'll see what happens. Spoke about free agency, and that free agency, we're not looking now, we're only looking for next season now. The hybrid role of Deshaun as a 6, and then having to get back for it was really good that he's doing that again, and I think he's really improved on it a little bit. And just spoke about like Jack Hall being in training as well, because Jack Hall is academy keeper. He's saying James needs a rest, and Sal wants a third keeper, so he got called up. He got asked about the Euros and who's he be cheering for and stuff like that. And will he be enjoying it? Will he go but watch it? He'll probably have his phone off for a bit while he enjoys it, but then go from there. But it got into like what sports he into, or what was his footballing career, and he was like very fast. He played a number of positions, right wing, wing back, and just spoke how he was and how he got into the coaching sphere. I always like those questions because you get to learn a little bit more about the man. And that's something you don't rarely get these days. You don't really get a bit of an insight. I think it was a very good press conference with him. He spoke about what he wants to do. He spoke about how they want to improve stuff as well going forward. And we'll see what happens. I think there's a big case for Sheffield Wednesday improving a lot and hopefully picking something up against Ipswich. You've seen that Cardiff managed to get something. I think other teams have managed to get something as well. But again, it's more the fact that it's getting something at their place. The only team to beat them is literally Leeds. So let's see what happens. Stranger things have happened, but we might get something. But I thought it was a good press conference by Dom and Danny. Danny looked very confident. He's always very assured with what he says, and I like that about him. So we'll see what happens going forward.